everyone, thank you so much for watching. Before you do anything else, make sure you hit the subscribe button below. Today we're doing another top 10 favorite paintings, and today you can infer by this lovely painting that I hear. We're doing Jean-Michel Basquiat. This is actually a painting of his that I bought. Actually, I'm lying, I could never afford one of his paintings. This is a painting that I made myself of Jean-Michel Basquiat, inspired by... Let's get started. Jean-Michel Basquiat is a neo-expressionist painter who was born on December 22nd, 1960 and died at the young age of 28 on August 12, 1988, and he died from a heroin overdose. What a shame. That's why you should never do drugs, ever, ever, ever. Drugs kill.
Drug-free, yes, they kill people.
Drug-free is the way to be. Today, doing the lovely commentary will be my friend Dee, who knows nothing about art. She doesn't know who Jean-Michel Basquiat, but let's get started right now.
Okay.
My first, number one, painting of Jean-Michel Basquiat is Cabeza, or Head, painted in 1982. Now, I like this painting, obviously for various reasons, as it inspired this one. What do you think about this painting?
It's kind of like a skull, like, it has one big eye, one small eye.
I love how disproportionate it is, and I think
yes.
Now we have the ring painting, and now we have the ring painting, and now we have the ring painting, painted, we have the ring
take
painted.
5, let's go.
And now we have the ring painted in 1881. Now right here, and this painting is one that I love, and the one that I've actually created a replica that I did with my students like 5 years ago. But I like this because the contrast of all the colors, the contrast in line, the contrast in like the figures in it, and the boxing ring is something that he did throughout his whole career. It's a motif that he did a lot. So this is painting number 2. Dee, what do you think?
I like it. I like how it kind of in the background it shows that there's like eyes. So over in my top right corner, you can see like an eye coming out, but it very well could not be an eye. There's like a fourth face coming out. If you really pay close attention to it, you can see it. Right.
I had never seen that.
Yes.
Dee. See, that's why I wanted fresh eyes here. Good job, Dee. Now, on to painting number 3. This one is titled Skull, and it was painted in 1982. Once again, the best year in the world. And it's just that of a skull. Now, with this one, I like the use of line and the use of color. I feel there's a lot of stuff going on linearly, if that's even a word. What do you think about this one?
It looks like there's a side face coming out to my right. It's like a nose and a mouth coming out from the back of the head. Look at it.
You're right. You're right. I own this one, not the original one, of course, but in print.
A replica?
Yeah, and this is actually one of my favorite ones. I like kind of his hair. It looks kind of like he has a mohawk.
It's like spiky, yeah.
Alright. Now, on to painting number 4. That's English. Not English, Spanish.
It's Spanish.
For 4. This one is titled The Field Next to the Other Road, painted in 1981. Now, this painting was inspired by one of his trips that he did to Italy. And I like this because I love cows, and secretly, I think this is like something I don't show very often, but I like the way cows smell.
Okay, so what I like about this one, I don't know if you guys ever watched Despicable Me, but the guy holding the cow looks just like Despicable Me.
Does he?
Yes, he has a small head and a big body.
And a large red penis.
You gotta love the penis, guys.
I don't know if we can say that, dude.
Sorry for such vulgar language.
I like this one, and I chose this one just because, and I grew up around cows, and I don't know, there's just something about cows that I love.
It looks like the cow's kind of possessed. If you
look, and it looks like
eyes.
there's like a halo above the guy. Like, sometimes I feel like an angel.
Yeah, I would have thought that was more of a sun, but I can see the halo.
I think it's more of a halo.
Okay.
But the face of the cow looks more like a dog, doesn't it? It doesn't look like a cow face.
It looks like a moose.
And that's what I like about art, that everything is subjective. And
it is what you see.
It is what you see, and I don't think the skill is important. That's something I have stressed throughout if you've seen the other videos. Like, I think as long as you're expressing yourself, it doesn't matter what the representation of that is, as long as you're expressing and creating. Painting number 5, and I chose this one just because of the name of the painting, and it's titled, She Installs Confidence and Picks His Brain Like a Salad, painted in 1987. And then you see this, like, picks the brain like a salad. I don't know, I just think it's strange. I think the title is very unique. And though the painting is, I guess you could argue if it's a good painting or not, but I don't know. For some reason, I'm captivated by the title.
From my point of view, when I read the title, it says, picks his brain like a salad. So I see the oval shape where it says ideal written on it. So is that implying that there's a salad there and you just want your...
Pick at it?
Yeah, pick at it? No, more of a natural brain, more of natural thoughts.
But who installs confidence? Did you know that Jean-Michel Basquiat dated Madonna?
No, I had no idea.
Yeah, he dated Madonna. Now, number 6, Dos Cabezas, painted in 1982, the best year of the world, by the way. Now, D, you don't know anything about art. Do you know, obviously one of the people depicted here is Jean-Michel Basquiat. Do you know who the other one is?
No, I have no idea.
Think pop art.
Pop art.
Think Campbell soup.
Still don't know.
Andy Warhol?
Andy Warhol, yes!
Well, Andy Warhol kind of discovered Jean-Michel Basquiat, and he became really good friends with him, and I think Andy Warhol was a little bit into him, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I feel that Jean-Michel Basquiat came to have the notoriety that he did, in part thanks to Andy Warhol, because he promoted his work heavily.
Okay, I can see that.
So this painting kind of represents the friendship that they had, and what Andy really meant to him. Now, number 7 is titled Untitled General Electric, painted between 1984 and 1985, which is this one. So after Andy Warhol and Jean-Michel Basquiat became friends, and they collaborated on a lot of pieces. They even had an art show that was completely about their collaboration in art. And this painting right here was painted by Warhol and by Basquiat. But what Warhol hated about Andy is that he would always paint over the favorite parts that he liked.
So first of all, back in the day, was the company GE around? Because that's what I see.
Yeah, General Electric was around.
Okay,
But Andy Warhol's work was about recreating, or not recreating, but like bringing things in popular culture and putting them in fine arts, kind of like his Campbell soup cans and things like that.
Okay, so don't get offended by this. I'm not an artist whatsoever, but I feel like there's a lot of scribbles going on. I feel like...
Well, the scribbles are Basquiat.
Okay. So is that just his signature painting? Like, that's his signature style?
Yeah, he scribbled a lot. He added a lot of text and things like that. But this show was actually a complete flop.
Okay.
Like, a lot of people thought that Andy Warhol was kind of like writing the tales of the thing that Basquiat had, and people believe that Basquiat was doing this to like ride the fame of Andy Warhol, but he wasn't accepted well by the public. Brought Basquiat to a very deep depression because he had gained so much fame, and then after this show, he was completely bashed. You know, that he was ready for the harsh criticism that he received for this, you know,
for that show. Okay. Get it.
And now number 8, which is the ring. Once again, the motif of the wrestling ring, painted in 1981. And I love this because of the boxers he's wearing, or shorts, boxing shorts that he's wearing.
Polka dotted, yeah. It almost kind of looks like he's lifting weights, and he's like inside of a ring.
Yeah. So, I don't know. I like the color in here. I like the contrast between the dark red and the white of the shorts. I love how childlike his paintings are, and how like
very simple, but very
I think
artistic.
It's important when people can identify to something, and when they can. I like the phrase, I could do that. Yeah, you could do that, but you didn't do that. So now number 9 is, this is what I don't like about Basquiat. A lot of his paintings were titled Untitled, so there's no name to them. And when you untitle something, you're like keeping me from knowing what this was about. So I think titles are very important. When you give me Untitled, it's like, ugh, you're depriving me of knowledge about your work. And it actually sold for $20 million. So an interesting fact about Basquiat, I think when he was 8 years old or something like that, he got hit by a car. So because he got hit by a car, he was in bed for a long time, kind of like Frida Kahlo when she was in the bus accident, Henry Matisse when he had appendicitis. So he was bedridden for a while, and his mother bought him Gray's Book of Anatomy. So a lot of his paintings depict the human body, obviously in a form that is not very realistic. So you will always see the human body repeated in what he did, but it was because of that book his mother gave him, the Book of Anatomy. And his signature crown, like, I actually want to get this tattooed because he always did this crown and he put it everywhere, and I think I want it down here. If I didn't have to have a job, I would probably get that, but I feel like people look bad or down on tattoos. But anyway, he always painted the male figure, like here, male penis, but he wasn't gay. He was a straight man, so that's kind of interesting.
So I have a question. Why why was there always a penis?
That's the same question I have, D.
Okay.
Because he wasn't gay.
Maybe the world will never know.
But he painted more male figures than he did female figures.
It's kind of strange.
Do you like it?
Yeah, I like that one. There's a lot of scribble going on, but like we said, it's his style, and it's like you said, why, I can do that, but why didn't you do that?
Exactly.
But it's good.
Now, painting number 9, Writing with Death, painted in 1988. Now, after his show with Warhol was a complete chaos, he went in a very deep depression, and this is one of his last paintings he painted. And I actually got to see this. They had a show on his work in the Guggenheim Museum in Spain, in Bilbao, and I got to see this painting, and it's really just cool to see that mentally the state he was in is almost to me like he predicted his own death, like he was headed there.
There's a broken skull, there's broken bones, and it's like
He was
the white.
broken,
Yeah,
emotionally.
it's like the white represents when he was alive, and the darker colors represents like his soul taking over that.
Actually, that was not number 9, that was number 10.
Just kidding.
Just kidding. I think I got the numbering wrong. But I didn't leave anything out. Those were 10 paintings. Top
Those are
10.
10 paintings.
Well, anyway, put in your comments below what you thought. Which one is your favorite Basquiat painting? Please comment, share, subscribe, and please support local artists. Be art, buy art. Adios.
Bye.